Have you ever had a dream that was so close that you could almost taste it? Well, with The Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, that is the literal story of Imani Santiago. Okay, it follows the life of a 17-year-old girl who's in her senior year of high school. She's a teenage mom and an aspiring chef, and she's actually afforded this amazing opportunity to take a culinary art elective. At first, she's a bit hesitant. She doesn't think it's a good idea, but with the push of Miss Fuentes, her homeroom teacher, her abuela, and her best friend, she does hop on the opportunity to get certified in the kitchen. And with that opportunity comes even more opportunities that she could never even imagine. It's filled with the highs and lows of graduating, growing up, and going into adulthood. It's also filled with the realistic emotions that come with trying to follow your dreams, but also knowing that you have to be realistic about them. And not only does Imani has to think of herself, she has to think of her 2-year-old daughter named Emma while doing so. She's worried about finances. She's worried about, how she and her daughter is going to survive if anything was ever to happen to her abuela. It's just a lot of life circumstances that's coming with the biggest part of her life, which is transitioning from childhood and into adulthood. So if you're looking for a relatable read that talks about dreams and or just looking for books with a woman of color as the heroine, this is the perfect book for you. I chose this book actually because I really had wanted to read The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, but this one just spoke to me just a little bit more. And I was so glad that I finally got the opportunity. I was so happy that I finally got the opportunity to read something by Elizabeth Acevedo, because I had been wanting to read The Poet X for some time now. Although I did go with The Fire on High, and I'm so glad this was the one that I chose. Although Imani and I did not have similar life backgrounds, it did remind me a lot of my journey in high school and the struggles of coming into adulthood. And I just think this is the perfect book for anyone who's struggling with that, trying to make big decisions, but also trying to do it in a realistic way. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you do too.